Hey guys, I'm Felissa Rose, Angela from Sleepaway Camp, and I wanted to send big love and hugs to Derek, Spencer, Kyle, and Megan. I know that you all watched some horror movies together for like 10 years. Thank you so much for enjoying Sleepaway Camp. I'm just honored that you enjoy that movie. Big shout out to the Spooky Buddies. You're all amazing, and I hope you have an incredible Halloween this year. And the last thing I wanted to ask you was if you could meet me at the waterfront after the social. Mwah! I love you guys. Big hugs. Tons of love. Tons of greatness. Keep up the spooky. Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
What is today?
Today is October 31st.
What else is that?
That's Halloween.
Yes, but what also is that?
It's a Saturday.
It's also his birthday. So, happy birthday to you.
Thank you. It is my birthday today, and I am 35. And let me tell you something, I've never felt more alive in my life.
Wait, you're 35 going on 40.
I'm 40. It's fine. Who cares?
At least you're not 45.
What if I was 45? Yeah. Are you discriminating against old men?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
There's enough of them. Sorry, that got off the rails.
Right. Hey, can you please put your political agenda aside and we could do this video for our adoring fans?
Please tell me that you're going to put a snippet of this video on your Instagram.
100% no.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So being all of your followers would watch our videos.
All 1.2 million followers of mine will watch.
I don't know what you're smoking, but it might have been the same stuff that the director of that movie we just watched was smoking.
So I just tortured Megan with Evil Dead 2013.
It's a great movie, but it is disgusting.
It is. I actually have some trouble watching that movie without.
I kept being like,
okay. Right.
this is gross.
I am so like immune to horror movies, but that movie just makes me like cringe, and that's how you can tell it's pretty damn good.
It's very bloody, and I just can't handle blood, honestly.
You looked very
squeamish.
I was a little worried about you. I actually offered to turn it off. Ew.
Honestly, one of the worst parts, and I think I yelled when it happened, was this guy slipped on a character's tongue. And I went, ugh. Ugh. It's squishy.
Sometimes you just have tongues laying around the bathroom. Gotta pick those up.
It's not a place you want that.
It's dangerous. So today we're doing what are we doing? What did we call it last year?
Second annual Spooky Movie Roundup.
I think that's what we called it. The second annual Spooky Movie Roundup. But before I get into that, I do want to talk about something. It's a serious subject.
Oh my god.
It's about
say Star Wars.
I do want to talk about Star Wars because I did watch The Mandalorian yesterday.
So we're not talking about Mandalorian because I have not watched it.
The child dies.
And then Mando dies. Quickly thereafter.
So what I want to talk about is Veronica again, and I know we made an hour-long video.
So we're not going to rehash the specifics.
I won't rehash it. All I want to say is Glennifer Danzig made that movie for like $1 million, right?
There's at least $1 million.
And it looked like
1.2.
It looked like complete dog shit, right?
It looks like we made it
right
for $300.
So
$300, not $300,000.
Right.
$300.
I compared some low budget films to the $1.2 million budget. Let me just tell you, within that budget, Halloween, the original, if you did the whole calculation, added up.
Adjusted for inflation?
Yes. Added up to a $1.2 million, what's that called?
Budget.
Just, and like other ones, like I think Creep, the movie Creep was made for like
100.
like $10,000 at the most.
That might
It was like pennies. I forget, there was another one that I'm just like, anyway, you get my point. Like,
it was dog shit.
You don't have to have a lot of money to make a good movie.
Well, Veronica's issue is that he spent almost all that money on a vocal coach for no reason at all. No reason whatsoever.
So I was watching, so after we watched it, I didn't want to spoil it because I didn't know anything about it. So I waited until after we saw it. Then I watched other reviews. First of all, I love, like, look up any review of that movie, and it starts with the people going, everyone takes a deep sigh when talking about it. And
I'm taking a deep sigh just thinking about it.
right.
And the worst part of that movie, well, one of the worst parts.
One of them.
One of them, so many. That was like my 4th movie that I watched this year.
But it only had to go up from there. So maybe
And it took a lot out of me. I forgot my notebooks. I don't know how many movies I actually watched. We watched 4 today. So there was 4 more.
Don't worry, I picked them all out, so they were all good.
I didn't watch a lot this year. I'll be honest.
That's fine. It's fine. This is supposed to be fun.
Oh, yeah,
This is supposed to be fun. No, you're not having fun.
Oh my God, stop telling me I didn't have fun.
Like, can I tell you what fun is real quick? Let me...
So my roommate, we work from home together currently during the pandemic, and you also work from home.
I know, I'm just kidding.
And she doesn't like horror, so we don't watch horror. And then, like, by the time the evening rolls around, we're hanging out and, like, doing stuff, so then I don't watch horror then, so.
Like pillow fights?
No.
No. I thought that's what women did when they're in the same room together.
No, we play Pokemon Go.
I'm just telling you what the movies have taught me.
Well, you probably shouldn't take all of your cues from movies and television. Also,
So-
you just gotta learn on your phone, and Elvira is live streaming right now.
I'm sorry,
on
guys. We gotta
Instagram.
cut this off.
I saw that, and I was like, I have to mention this. It's very appropriate.
I've had a crush on her since I was 5.
Oh.
Did I already talk about this on film?
I don't know if you're talking about it on film, but you definitely told me about it.
I begged my dad when I was like a kid. I remember going to the store, and back then Elvira had Coors Light as a sponsor, and I begged him to get me a cardboard cutout of Elvira. And honestly, got to give props to my dad. He tried so hard, but you know, all the stock boys were like, they called dibs on it way before.
Oh, for
my
sure.
my 6-year-old ass.
Their
walked in.
their name's on the back. Before you throw this away, give it to so-and-so.
I even went so far, I looked it up on eBay, and there is one for sale, but they want way too much for it. I can't, no.
Speaking of beer and ridiculous things, PBR is having a sale on their merch. And so Monty was looking, and then I was like, I'll go look, because it's PBR. We work for them.
Obviously.
And I found this rad jean jacket.
It was badass.
Yeah, it had patches on it that were made from a can submission person. They like submitted a can design, and then they turned it into this really fucking cool jean jacket. And
We're not exaggerating either.
No.
This jean jacket is the shit.
no, legitimately,
Like, not joking.
the only downside was it was $160, and I thought long and hard about it, and then when I went to even see if they had my size, all they had was a large.
She
And
goes,
I was-
should I buy before you even said jacket, I go, yes.
And I'm not going to buy it if it's 2 sizes too big.
Yeah, that's ridiculous to spend that much money on.
Yeah, something that won't fit. If they had a medium, probably would have gone with that. I could wear stuff under it. It
Although,
could be a good winter outer layer.
here's what you do to fit in that jacket.
I'm not eating a bunch of donuts for the next 3 years.
And drinking cases of PBR.
Hey, I could just drink the
You
cold
could look
brew
like
one.
this.
I can drink all the cold brew.
I'd fit in
PBR.
that. Just saying.
He wanted to steal this dude's sweatshirt earlier when we were at Target. And he kept asking me if he thought that sweatshirt would fit. And I'm like, dude, I can't guesstimate for shit.
I literally was measuring the guy up. He had a Mothman jacket. Sweatshirt.
Really cool.
It was really cool. And I was going to beat him down and steal it.
Mm-hmm.
I had a mask on. I wouldn't have known who I was.
True.
Thanks, COVID.
Except the back of your car is very obvious.
And it says Monty Matoxin real bad. Real big on the back of my car. Damn, I shouldn't have got that decal.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, shit.
After you tried to steal some jeans
Oh.
sweatshirt.
Hey, will you please make me a promise?
No.
No, listen to me. If I were ever to die, do not let anybody put my fucking name on the car.
Okay.
Please. I
worry.
hate that so much, and if anyone does it, I will haunt you for the rest of your days.
I will do whatever I can to make sure your name is not on a rest in peace car decal.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that. But please put a Jar Jar Binks bumper sticker on my tombstone.
Okay. I can do that.
So, off a little side Veronica tangent again. So, I was watching reviews, and I came, like, after a review was over, well, first of all, they all said the exact same thing as we did. So, it's not like we're picking that apart, like, glaring issues. But second, it rolled over to this other video where it was talking about how Glenn Danzig is a giant asshole in real life. Apparently, he went to this concert, which he had everything set up for him. Everything was done. It was signed, ready to go. He arrives late, one. He claims he was sick, and he had, like, a sore throat. Three, he said he was freezing. They were in Tucson. Then
my God.
He required all of this stuff, like French onion soup. He needed that for his voice.
I do. No!
So
Okay, French onion soup is so cheesy. I feel like the last thing you want is cheese. If you're about to, like...
If you're a hard rockin' evil guy, you want cheese.
Oh, look. Oh, there's Baby Ben.
My
Oh, there's
boy!
Baby Ben.
They can't
wow,
see
that
what
was-
we're watching.
Almost 5 years ago. 5 years ago this week.
Yeah. I have pictures on my Fire TV of...
No, Ben is just
My
now
son.
a baby again.
Yeah.
He regrets.
Benjamin Button. But,
Chris Angel.
my freak! Whatever happened to that guy?
He blew his own mind.
Anywho...
I'm sorry.
So he goes on 45 minutes late. I guess Tucson had like a curfew of 10. He doesn't play any of the Misfits songs that people come to expect. Right. Then at 10, he blames the people for wanting to, he blames the people that had the festival. He blames them for not letting them continue to go on. Like, he's just an asshole.
Yeah, he sounds real fun.
Yeah. Then it had a video of him like blaming, like, don't you guys want to see more of this? And
he was like, bro,
you could have gone on 45 minutes earlier.
There's a curfew.
With your, they said they had to put heaters on him, and every other band were like, yeah, we're in Tucson. It's hot as F here.
So.
I'm doing PG version.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I said the F word earlier.
Oh, you fucking idiot. Totally kidding. JK.
So. What was your favorite movie that you watched?
Okay, let's get down to the spooky review.
Okay.
Why don't you go first? Because I'm going to read my book. It's Grapes of Wrath. No, I'm just kidding.
I love that book. So, I wish I had my notebook because it would make this a lot easier. But we watched all of the Conjuring movies.
Most of them good.
Most of them good. Yeah.
I didn't have a... Okay, even the bad ones, I didn't hate.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't love them. It's not like I'm going to watch them again, but I wasn't miserable.
So, what was the one... That must have been the last Annabelle movie. With their daughter. It was the girl from...
Annabelle Comes Home.
Yes, the girl from Breaking Dawn. The Twilight movie. The baby.
Wait, was that... I thought she was in The Conjuring too.
Oh, you're right. I'm getting my people mixed up. But anyways, I really liked that one. I wasn't expecting to like it. Because
Yeah.
it's the third Annabelle movie, and it's like, come on.
Well,
this is kind of a run-out story. But it was pretty good. I liked it.
So I've only seen the 2 Conjuring movies.
Before that.
Yeah, before this. We watched all of them. I had no desire to see those Annabelle movies whatsoever. I don't find dolls scary. I didn't think they were up my alley, but actually 2 of the best ones I found were what's the Annabelle Creation. I really like that one.
I thought it was great.
That was a good one. Didn't care for Annabelle. Just like Annabelle.
Yeah.
Annabelle, the movie.
Annabelle proper.
Annabelle, the movie.
It was just, why did you buy that goddamn creepy doll?
I mean, and he spent a month's rent on it.
Yes.
It's like,
I'm thinking you pay your rent when you have a newborn baby or a baby on the way. You don't just waste a month's rent on a doll.
You would think that would be the case, but Annabelle. And then Annabelle Comes Home, which I freaking loved.
Because it had the black dog, right?
It had Black Shuck.
Yes.
Black Shock.
Yeah.
Okay. My problem with the Conjuring movies is the whole based on a true story thing. Okay. If it didn't say that, I would absolutely love these. I think that's like just the speed bump that makes me just really like them. Yeah, because like based on a true story. Like I hate when they say that shit. And like it gets to the point where this shit is just insane. Annabelle Comes Home. They were like, oh, you know, all that based on a true story shit? Just throw that out the fucking window. We're going to go completely batshit. And they had like werewolves, ghost samurai, ghost dolls. Like.
Because the plot is basically, it's at the Warren's house, the ghost hunter people. And their daughter is now in high school, I think. And,
poor daughter.
or like right on the cusp of going in from middle school to high school, somewhere in there. And
I feel bad for her. Like,
her babysitter is watching her, and then the babysitter's friend came over, and of course this bitch wanted to go into the locked room with all of the haunted shit. She touched
literally everything. We're point where like I didn't think they would address it in the movie, but then they're like, "What did you touch?" She goes, "Everything." I was like, "Yes, finally, someone acknowledged the insane shit."
Like. Granted, I do feel bad for the friend because she was driving and there was a car accident which killed her father. And so clearly she was going through some shit and she wanted to
talk to him again.
Yeah.
And tell him
like,
she's sorry and stuff.
I get it, but also
like don't touch.
Dude, what the fuck?
Like if you know you're walking into like basically hell, are you gonna like just rearrange the furniture in hell? Like no, you're not.
And it said absolutely
It said absolutely don't touch that doll.
Oh my god, it's like the cowboy from
Yosemite Sam.
No, I was thinking of Toy Story. Toy Story 2 with Desi and
oh yeah, like the evil
gold miner dude.
I kept thinking of the shark. Goes howdy. It's like honestly, that's my favorite part in any Pixar movie, by the way. Just throwing that out there. The howdy shark. Anyway. So
the sign said, absolutely positively, do not open.
Yeah,
or do not touch.
Don't open evil shit. Like, don't touch it.
Especially if it tells you not to.
Did you know that Zach Baggins, which...
R.I.P. No, I'm kidding. He's not dead.
I love you. But, you know.
What the fuck?
You know how he is. He had a Dybbuk box. I could be wrong, but I would need that Ghost Hunter's guide back because I need to learn more about Dybbuk boxes.
I found it the other day.
But check this shit out. So he has one. If you touch it, like bad shit apparently happens to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Post Malone was on one of his shows. He opened the Dybbuk box. Just like messing around. Well, guess what? He was in a car accident the next week.
Also, did you know that he was in a Doritos commercial?
Dude, I saw... He was in the Bud Light commercial, too, which... It was really weird.
So...
I do love Post Malone, and I will find your Crocs one day, and I will wear them.
Dude. I didn't realize that he was in this Doritos commercial until someone told me, and then, like... hours later, the commercial came on, and I was like, wait, is that the Post Malone commercial? The Post Malone commercial you're talking about? Because it was like it was like a lemon flavor Dorito.
He was Post Limone?
So I kept saying Post Limone, and I'm still saying it.
Just want to show off my... These aren't Posties, they're Monties. So.
I mean, they're not even Monties. I mean, you own them, but... And it's not your brand.
Well, We went to the store today, and I swear to God, like 18 people were just looking at my shoes like, what the fuck is he wearing?
Literally. I could see their brains, the gears in their brains turning, and they were just like,
And you know what I said?
What?
It's my birthday. I could do
It's
whatever
my
the fuck I
birthday,
want.
bitch. Yeah, so I liked most of the Conjuring movies.
I didn't like Curse of La Llorona.
I
didn't
was
like
just
that.
constantly mad. Also, I didn't like The Nun.
So after I watched all of them, I liked the Nun. What the hell's wrong with me? I like the
Curse of
Nun
La
a little bit more.
Llorona.
the Nun. I like the Nun a little bit better because they had a holy hand grenade in it. They had,
And she had Jesus' blood
holy,
in her mouth.
and which they totally copied off of Demon Knight. If you haven't seen Demon Knight, watch it. I love it. I love it. It's great. Billy Zane plays the devil. I think we already talked about this.
So I also watched another movie that I didn't like was Nobody Sleeps in the Woods Tonight. It was just, I've now watched one Polish movie, like Polish, but then it was subbed and dubbed in English. I watched one movie that's Polish, and then half of a TV show that was Polish.
What TV show?
I don't even remember.
It's like Food Channel making Polish.
No. Do you know who Harlan Coben is?
Harlan Coben, is he the guy that created?
No. He writes books, and Netflix has made a couple of his books into miniseries.
I don't
So I was watching one of them, and it was Polish, and I just don't think I like it when they sub it and dub it in English. I think it loses a lot.
No, I totally agree with
and
you.
it makes it sound like who's ever doing the reading is an idiot, because it's so, like, ugh.
Actually, I think that's one of my biggest problems with that movie.
Yeah. It was just very much like no one had two brain cells to rub together, and I think it might just sound dumb in English. Like,
Also,
we aren't good at translating things into English.
I found it a little homophobic too.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie to you.
It was just altogether not enjoyable. And so I would recommend you pass on it.
So I watched all the Blades, and let me tell you something. Blade 1 is a very underrated movie.
Is it the one where he's skating? Uphill on ice?
Oh. He's not literally skating. He just says, "Motherfucker's always trying to ice skate uphill."
That's what I meant.
But in 2, he's actually skating. He has skates come out of his boots. He proves his saying wrong. Yeah. Blade 2 and 3 suck.
I'm gonna throw something at you. I'm gonna throw that candle at you.
And number 2 is actually directed by what's the guy that did Shape of Water? I never remember his
M. Night
name.
Shyamalan?
No. Del Toro? Benicio
Oh,
del
Guillermo del Toro.
Yes, he did number 2, and everybody loves that movie because he did
number
it.
2.
He did it. He won't. I don't like Blade 2. I only think Blade 1 is good, and I think it's great.
Oh,
Which makes no sense, what I just said.
over the past month, we watched all of the Evil Dead movies. We watched Evil Dead 2, and then today we watched Army of Darkness and Evil Dead 2013.
So, out of all those, which one did you like the best? They're all pretty different, so I guess I can't really...
Yeah.
So what did you think overall of the Evil Dead series?
I thought they were great. So the first one was very serious, and then the second one was serious, but also insanely funny.
Yes.
And then the third one...
Off the rails.
What the fuck was that movie? Who came up with that?
You know who came up with that.
I mean, I know who came up with it, but I want to have a conversation with him.
We could have.
I know. Fucking COVID.
Goddamn
And then the
Harlan
fourth
COVID.
one, it was not directed by Sam Raimi.
We have not been drinking, by the way.
Ted and Sam together into Sad Raimi.
Good old Sad Raimi.
Sam Raimi produced it. He didn't direct it, but dude, that movie was so gross. It
has some of the
Honestly,
scenes that are just I can't watch it.
The least gross part was when it was raining blood.
But that was fucking awesome.
But then a Jeep fell on her, and she had to pull her arm out from under it. And then she used the chainsaw with her stub.
So when I first watched this, I think I watched it by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And when when she was running from the demon and she finds the chainsaw. Well, she looks down at a hatchet. Then she looks up and a chainsaw. I'm like, oh, like I freaked out. Then I did not expect a chainsaw hand. And at the very end, she puts the chainsaw on her bloody stub. I'm like, chainsaw hand.
I just really love that the person that survived at the end was a woman.
Yeah, you don't see that too often.
Right.
What are you talking about? Final girls.
No,
I want to redact.
No. Let me finish what I'm going to say.
Never.
She was actually a very dynamic character who I thought was written very well. And she wasn't just some idiot who managed to survive until the end.
It also passed that test in movies where if two women talk to each other, what's that called?
The Bechdel test.
Is that what it's called?
Bechdel, something like that.
What is it called?
Bechdel. Bechdel.
Is that what it's called?
Oh my god.
No. I thought it was called the Rube Goldberg machine test.
The Bechdel test.
Yep. You're right. It is not the Rube Goldberg machine test.
No, that's something completely different. Shockingly.
Is that the shit that makes alternate dimensions?
That's like the really pointless machine that goes through a lot of steps to let me look it up.
What was the machine that made alternate dimensions? Because I'd like to find that.
A Rube Goldberg machine named after American cartoonist Rube Goldberg. Go figure.
Oh, I thought it was named after the wrestler.
It's a machine intentionally designed to perform a simple task in an indirect and overly complicated way. I think you're looking for the word time machine.
No, it's like the hydro particle cannon, something like that. It creates black holes or something shit like that. You can like, they were talking about it finding
the hydro collider.
Hydrochloric
acid.
We are just going down all the way. So
that shit burns.
I watched 2 Ouija movies, which it makes me laugh so hard because it was actually sponsored by Hasbro. Like they had the legit like Ouija logo and it said like presented by Hasbro or whatever. Which I'm like, and the whole movie's about possession due to a Ouija board.
It seemed very off, like out of character.
Number 1 sucks. Number 1 also has 30-year-olds playing teenagers.
Yep.
It blew my mind. I'm like, they were talking about graduating. I'm like, oh, like from college. And they're like, well, we got to go back to high school today. I'm like, how many grades did you people flunk? But the second one was actually pretty good. Not going to lie.
I remember you telling me that.
And that was the one that they told me to watch.
Were talking about.
I should have just totally skipped the first one.
I mean, that's like one of the first times in cinematic history where the second one is actually worth watching.
Well, Terminator 2.
Okay.
Was there a movie you absolutely hated that you watched other than Veronica?
Honestly, I think the one I hated the most was Veronica.
I mean, that's pretty hard to...
Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of bad movies this year.
I did. Let me run down them real quick.
Rabid, 1977.
Nope, Rabid was... No, yeah, you're right. I didn't like... that's the original one. Didn't like that, but the 2019 one I actually liked better, which... I don't know if that's a hot take, but, you know, whatever.
Oh, do you want to talk about your ultimate hot take?
Not yet.
Okay.
I did not like the movie Save Yourselves. I really liked the actress in it.
Save Yourselves and don't watch it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did not like, go figure, The Bye Bye Man.
That movie's bad.
It is so stupid.
Did you watch The Wretched?
No, I didn't see that one.
You should watch that to cap off today.
Nobody Sleeps Tonight, didn't like. The Baba Yaga DVD that I got from Walmart for
He's not just saying words either. It's literally what it's called.
I like the legend or the lore of the Baba Yaga. It's a witch that lives in a little house that has chicken legs and it's like a Scandinavian witch. I don't know. What else did I feel like I watched a lot of crappy ones, but maybe I didn't. Oh, The Babysitter Killer Queen, the sequel. I loved it. I thought it was funny. It has a lot of charm to it.
How was Malevolent? I keep seeing it on.
That had our girl in it, Florence Pugh.
Florence
And
Pewington?
Hmm.
She dressed up for Halloween this year as
the
Danny
only
from
reason I
Midsummer.
watched her is because I'm in love with her, and the movie is just okay. I didn't really care for Vampires versus the Bronx. Did you see that one?
No.
It was new this year on Netflix. I would say 3/4 of it is great. It had like a Goonies feel. In the end, they just
Shit the bed?
Yep, they shit the bed. And the one I really loved was Love and Monsters. That one was freaking great.
How did you watch it?
How did I watch it? Did I rent it? Well, I'm asking
I don't
you.
know. I don't know. Because it kept popping up on Amazon as like early release, and like you would have to pay money, and I wasn't about to pay money.
I think I
Dylan
did.
O'Brien.
I think I did rent it. I loved
You
it.
heard it here first.
I loved it. I will actually go buy it when it comes out to DVD. I thought it was great, and
Maybe then I'll watch it.
it's never a bad thing when the sidekick is a dog, unless the dog dies.
And when a dog lives.
And she made me tell her immediately if the dog dies.
Yeah, because okay,
He does.
maybe I've told the story, and I'm going to tell it again. So I'm very sorry. One time, my dad was like, "Hey, do you want to watch a movie?" And I was like, "Sure."
Old Yeller, come on.
No, it was John Wick. And this dog that this guy's dead wife adopted for him fucking gets murdered.
I love that whole franchise is basically built around dog revenge, though.
Yeah,
It's a dog revenge movie.
It's a
How great is that?
That's a great idea, but it was
And
traumatic. because
perfectly
he was
executed.
Heartbroken.
Dude.
And it was this cute little baby beagle.
Well, that whole first 10 minutes of John Wick is the most heartbreaking shit you've ever seen in your life. His wife dies of cancer, I think.
Yes.
Then the dog, yeah, like you said, the dog she got him gets by Theon Greyjoy, mother.
Yeah, and it's not like the dog. Obviously, the dog doesn't die in like a really sad way, but accidental. It wasn't like it got sick or got hit by a car.
I'm going to start a John Wick podcast.
I'm going to start a John Wick hatred podcast.
What?
I mean, I guess
They're
I
good
should be mostly
movies.
mad at my dad.
Yeah, I would start. I
And so I
hate
will
my dad
never-
podcast.
No, that seems a little hard.
Just you talking crap about your dad every week,
Make-
releasing it.
Well, it's just me talking crap about how he made me watch John Wick.
Then you only send it to him. You don't. He's like, yes.
It's like
it.
it's like a pirated video on YouTube. You don't watch if you have the link, and I just keep sending them to him.
It's just you facing the camera with that scene going over and over. Just like, why did you do this?
Why did you make me watch this movie? And it happened, and I was like, what the fuck, man? Yeah.
So anyway,
that's really sad.
whoever wants to do a John Wick podcast with me, I'm trying to get her boyfriend to do a Star Wars video channel with me.
That would be
Because
a lot.
somebody doesn't ever want to talk about Star Wars.
Go figure. I think there's enough white men talking about Star Wars.
Never enough. Never enough. We need to get our voices heard. White men that have problems with stuff. Actually,
Isn't that most podcasts?
I don't have a problem with Star Wars.
Isn't that most podcasts?
I don't. I would say that's all the podcasts. Even your wine and crime stuff. I'm just totally kidding.
Hey, Wine and Crime, it's literally 3 women.
It's 3 men bitching about men killing people.
I mean, that's a
Boom.
general theme.
In your face! I'm just kidding.
Go figure. Women complain when men murder them.
Hey. It happens.
So, do you want to wrap up this video by talking about your hot take?
Oh, I thought you wanted to do a rap in the video.
No.
I was singing a pretty cool song during what credits? Was it The Exorcist? Or what song was I singing? I made up a really cool song too. I think I did all of them actually.
Yeah. At one point you were just reading the characters.
Oh yeah, what movie was that? Was that The Exorcist?
No, it was the one before it.
Oh, it was Sleepaway Camp. I was singing.
Oh,
I was making
yeah.
a song in Sleepaway Camp.
Also, we watch
Sleepaway Camp. We gotta watch Sleepaway Camp.
Gotta watch it every year.
Every
I love
year, it's
that movie.
tradition. It is okay.
It's still bad shit.
If you haven't seen Sleepaway Camp, it is legit not
You
a good
can
movie.
literally no.
It's not a good movie.
But
But
it's so bad that it's
do
funny.
we love Sleepaway Camp?
Yes.
100%. I love it.
Also, if you
so
haven't
much.
seen it, you can literally watch this movie on YouTube.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
You don't have to pay
Which,
for anything.
honestly, it surprises me
free.
because I feel it's had like a resurgence as of late. You would think they would pull that immediately.
Someone would copyright claim it and pull it off YouTube. But it's been on there for at least 2 years.
No, longer than that.
Well, I'm just saying that's when I watched it. First time I watched it was on YouTube.
I'm just correcting your facts.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just trying to say it's not bad. I'm not longer than that.
Okay.
Actually, I think we watched it back in like 2014. Yeah, and it was on. It's been on there for a long time.
At least 6 years, guys. So.
And like, I think like, what's her real name? Angela's real name?
Felissa Rose.
Yes, I feel like she's like becoming like more of a popular.
Well, she's gonna be in Terrifier 2, which. I'm really sad.
COVID fucked that up too.
I was literally looking forward to Terrifier because it would have been like the best part of Spooky Buddies month.
Yes.
Watching it during Halloween time. Sadly, it got pushed back. I understand.
You know,
but
I guess the best
I can't
things
wait till it comes out.
Are what's the saying? I don't even know what the saying is. Something about waiting for the best things.
They're things that you wait for.
That is 100% the saying. The best things in life are free for waiting. All right, hot take time. Hot take time. Hot take time. We watched The Exorcist today.
Yes, we did.
Let me tell you.
I don't know if they made a remake called The Exorcist. We watched the 1973 original Exorcist.
I also watched Exorcist 3, but that's besides the point. I think Exorcist is boring.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Obviously a great movie. Obviously everybody loves it. Obviously people consider it a scary movie.
And if you saw it in 1973...
It probably was terrifying.
It was probably very scary.
You're probably on the edge of your seat.
Right.
Maybe I'm just jaded. Maybe, I've been watching horror movies forever.
I've seen a lot of shit.
Maybe my nerves are just rubbed completely off, but man, I was bored.
There was just so much
obviously I'm wrong.
Around for something to happen.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm wrong. It's everybody loves it. Obviously I'm wrong, but it's boring.
Yeah, I didn't really enjoy it. That was the first time I'd seen it, and I probably will never watch it again. Nor will I tell anyone to watch it.
And another hot take: Exorcist 3 is not good. I know a lot of people said
that's a hot take.
Well, no, you'd be surprised. A lot of people said it was good. I do admit it had some cool scenes, but overall...
Oh, did it have the father in it? Damien or whatever?
Yeah, so... Spoiler alert for a 1970s movie.
I thought he died. How does he come back in Exorcist 3?
Check this shit out. On the cusp of death, a demon enters his dying husk and regenerates his brain cells. I'm not even shitting you. I am not shitting you. And so he dies. Demon goes in and it's like, yo, we're just cleaning out some space here. Oh, the serial killer that just got murdered in the electric chair. Why don't you hop on in here and we'll reactivate you. Yeah.
No,
that's literally what happens. That's the plot to Exorcist 3.
I'm super not going to watch Exorcist 3.
I have not seen Exorcist 2 either. Which, gonna pass on that.
I just don't care about exorcists.
That's not true. You like the Conjuring movies?
Yeah, but that's a little different.
Is it?
Yeah. Shit happens.
Oh, yeah. Conjuring movies are great, though. I have a lot of fun. Like I said, that hurdle of, based on a true story. First of all...
Rob's not.
Don't get me wrong. I'm sure the Warrens are great people.
It's based on a true story in that the Warrens do shit like this. Something like it.
I'm just saying, maybe don't... Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so... I had a lot. I actually watched the most movies I ever have seen.
60? You have 60?
I had 61.
That's awesome.
Halloween's not over yet, so I could just fit another one in there.
There's still another 4.5 hours. So.
You know what? I'm done. I don't think I want to watch anymore.
That's
I think
fair.
I'm good.
Are you gonna take a moratorium or whatever?
The
You're
fuck
gonna
are you
not
talking
watch horror movies for a little bit.
about? Oh, I don't know. Probably. I think, no, you know what I usually do during November? Because I feel so guilty for just sitting on my ass watching movies.
You read a book.
Yeah, I sit on my ass and read
There you
in
go.
November. Reading November, watching movies October. Then December is just me trying to avoid Christmas shit.
The Christmas Chronicles.
No, I'm so excited for number 2. Actually, no, I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. Ben has made me watch the first one so many times.
You're probably just excited that you're getting a new story.
Yes, that too, but I love Kurt Russell. And Kurt Russell as Santa. This is going to make a great gift, by the way.
Yes, it
and
is.
This is going to be our sarcastic gift that I'm going to put on everybody's.
You're just gonna flood it on everyone.
Absolutely. Anyway, Christmas
Including
Chronicles
to text to me. It's just gonna be that gift.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use you against you.
Yeah.
That person in the screen against you.
I hate you.
No, you don't. So, out of all the movies you watched, what was your absolute favorite one?
I actually think it was Annabelle Comes Home.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I know. I had zero expectations for it.
Cool.
Veronica was the worst. We've said our piece
hands
about
down.
that.
I could still talk for another 3 hours about it, but I won't.
Yeah, I don't think we need that. What was your favorite?
Tomato juice.
That's fair. I'm okay
Oh,
with you
I
ending it like
legit
that.
thought you were going to get mad at me.
No. Hey man, I'm okay with it ending like that.
Oh, I should also mention the Mortuary Collection, which is on
I
Shudder.
want to watch that.
Oh my god, it's so good. I loved it. Mm-hmm. And it has the actor that I like in it.
Oh, the wrestler?
No, not CM Punk.
The other one.
He was in Rabbit, though, for like 2 seconds.
And then he died?
Then he died.
I haven't
Spoilers.
seen either Rabbids, but I just assumed he died.
I think you would like the new
The
Rabbit.
new one?
I think you would.
Give it a shot.
I can't think of the guy's name. He was in Highlander. He was the bad guy in Highlander. Why can't I any other time I would remember this dude's name and I just can't. Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown.
Oh, thank God.
He was in the Highlander. He actually did the voice of Lex Luthor in the Justice League cartoon. He's in a bunch of stuff, and I really do love the guy. He's great. He has a great voice. He's in The Mandalorian as the red devil guy when they break into the prison ship.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Mandalorian.
Yeah. So in The Mandalorian, so it goes. Overall, I would say a very successful October for movie watching.
I agree.
And I'm glad we got Veronica out of the way because I felt like we built that up so much in our mind.
Because we were gonna watch it back in when it came out in March.
I literally bought it in March.
Yeah, we were gonna all get together and watch it, but obviously the world went to shit.
Obviously, Obama had to eat a bowl of bats and create Harlan COVID.
Okay, Harlan Coben wrote a book that a miniseries on Netflix is about, and it has the guy from Dexter in it.
Laboratory?
No. Pretty sure it's called Safe.
Why do you hang out with me? I don't even understand.
That's a really good question, and I don't know the answer.
Actually, we're talking about horror movies this month, but the real horror is in like 3 days. November 3rd.
That's how I'm going to be for the next couple days. I took November 4th off, regardless of what happened, so I'm going to be hungover.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to sleep and pretend that nothing's happening.
I bought this for Spooky Buddies this year, and I don't even, only she came over, so. It's from...
There will be food and drink and ghosts.
It's
Victor Price, Vincent Price,
Yeah.
that's what I meant.
It's from the house on Haunted Hill. But, whatever. That's fine. Whatever, COVID.
It's a really cool shirt. I don't have a fancy shirt on. I just have a black shirt and then my sweatshirt.
I didn't expect you to wear anything cool today, so it's fine.
Wow. I think our friendship is in.
Hey, if it hasn't ended by now...
We've been friends for 2.5 years, almost.
Congratulations.
You too.
Most people have totally abandoned me by now. Tired of my shit.
Especially when you keep winning free shit.
free, and the greatest hat of all time, which I will never.
A hat about the worst movie.
I will never recommend anybody to see The Greasy Strangler.
I made it through like a quarter of the way through, and it was so gross I had to stop watching.
I don't even want to admit that I love it.
I'm going to end our friendship if you admit it. I had to stop watching.
It reminds me of like...
It was gross. It was nasty.
It's like an X-rated Tim and Eric show movie. It's basically... That's the best thing I can come up with as a comparison.
I just can't.
It's just... Yeah.
It's a cool hat. And it's bright pink. Which is great.
You know who else has this hat? Frodo.
Elijah Wood?
Mm-hmm. I think he had something to do with getting that movie out.
I hate you.
What?
Elijah Wood?
Oh, I thought you meant me. I'm like, what?
No, Elijah Wood for bringing this fresh hell upon him.
I hate Elijah Wood for turning on Sam during Lord of the Rings. Sam basically carried your ass, and you were willing to throw your friendship away.
And that is our spooky movie roundup for 2020. I hope you enjoyed it. And please don't at me with any thing about Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, and sure as hell don't at us about The Exorcist, because
literally no one's gonna watch this.
Literally no one's gonna watch this, but also we don't care.
Does Zane like Lord of the Rings?
Yes, he loves it.
That we can do a joint
Star Wars
Lord of the Rings podcast.
That would be the nerdiest thing that would be coming out of
And we can just
Columbus,
add in
Ohio.
like other nerdy shit. There's Star Trek in there because I do like the original series. Hey,
he plays video games. About video games.
I'm gonna write Zane a letter. I want you to deliver it to her. Dear Zane, with my quill feather pen.
Are you gonna also deliver it via owl?
Dear Zane,
is this gonna be Harry Potter?
Make some nitty videos with me.
With me.
Wait, never mind. So stupid. We're just cutting you right out of the picture.
I guess. This was our downfall of our friendship.
The end.
When inevitably someone makes a "what happened to them" story about us. Because we're going to be very famous.
When VH1 makes behind the music. Because we make a lot of music on this channel.
Exactly.
If you would have heard my sleepaway camp rap.
Oh man, I wish I'd recorded that.
I can't do it again. I have no idea what I said.
It was very much, it was flowing with the music that they were playing, because it was like a weirdly good song.
Honestly,
playing on the credits.
I've never sat around long enough to hear that. We're basically screaming at each other by the point where Angela goes.
I mean, last year, I couldn't talk at the end of the night.
And we watched it again this year, and we found even more things that made us confused. Every year, something confuses us about that movie. Yeah. How is that possible? That movie we've seen so many times, and I'm still like, what? Hold on.
I've seen that movie at least 4 times. Because I watched it the first time
at work, which I sat beside her and I watched her face. The ending.
And then we watched it today, and we watched it with Spooky Buddies, and then I made Zane watch it.
Which you should always, if you see Sleepaway Camp, you should always make someone else watch it and just watch their expression. Because the whole movie you're just like, huh?
And I'm just gonna say, why is Judy so mad? Why are Judy and Meg so mad?
Why is Meg trying to get with a guy that's like 70?
I think she needs some counseling, and I think he needs to be in jail.
Here's the deal. She has to be like what? 17?
16 or 17?
Like, has to be, right?
Right.
Mel is no younger than 70. And it's not like he's even rich.
No. He runs a summer camp that is going bankrupt because children died there.
We could do 3 hours on Sleepaway Camp.
Which is 2 times longer than the movie.
No, we could literally make we could just do an entire series on Sleepaway Camp.
I highly recommend it.
You have to see it.
Next year, if things get better in the world,
it won't.
we're going to do a spooky, we're going to do a sleepaway camp 40-ish birthday party for you.
As long as most of the human race is still around, we can try it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Don't die.
That's going to be one of those things that you make. Yeah. Don't die. Tips from us, don't die. Don't pop the hole.
No, quote me on that. Is that all we got?
Yep, I think that's all I got. Got yourself a goddamn deal.
Thank you for Spooky Buddies 2021, even though it's just us two.
2020.
What did I say?
2021.
I'm already thinking.
Well,
Hey.
And one of the videos we said was 2009.
Oh, God. This is what I have
and
to put up with.
that was even before COVID.
I have to put up with this, not Greasy Strangler, but my brain every single day.
Is your brain just Greasy Strangler over and over again?
Basically. Bye.
Bye.